everyone, welcome to lecture on successive differentiation. In this lecture, we are going to solve examples which is based on Leibniz theorem. So, first of all, we see the statement of Leibniz theorem. Here, the statement is, suppose if we have given two functions u and v, these are functions of x. We are considering we have given two functions u and v are the functions of x, and we want to find derivative of u into v nth times. So, by Leibniz theorem, the derivative of uv nth times is u as it is derivative of v nth times plus nc1 u1 vn minus 1 plus nc2 u2 vn minus 2. That means term wise we are increasing derivative of u and decrease the derivative of v. Then next term will be here plus nc3 u3 here v lower suffix n minus 3 and plus and so on up to the last term will be ncn un v as it is. So this is the statement of Leibniz theorem, and here we know that if we are writing nc0, it is nothing but 1, nc1 is nothing but n, and nc2, that is a n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, and so on up to, if we are taking ncn, it is 1. So by using this term, here we can write this and rewrite this Leibniz theorem. Here u and v, here uv lower suffix n, that is derivative of uv n times, will be u as it is vn plus nc1 is n u1 vn minus 1 plus n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial u2 v lower suffix n minus 2 and plus n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial into u3 v lower suffix n minus 3 and plus and so on. The last term will be u lower suffix n v. So this statement we are used to solve the examples. I will take one example here, x y lower suffix 2, and we want to find its nth derivative. Here we are considering y is a function of x and we want to find nth derivative of this term. Then by using the Leibniz theorem, the statement is this one. Here the first term is u and second term is v. In this example, if we have given the term, then we have to choose u such a way that the derivative of that term will be vanishes after finite differentiation. If both the term derivative will not be vanishes, then you may take any term u or any term v. If we apply the Leibniz theorem to solve this question, then by Leibniz theorem we have to write u as it is. That means x as it is derivative of v, that is y2 up to nth times. Then plus n u1. So u1 is x. So derivative of u lower suffix 1, that is first derivative of u, is 1. And v, derivative of v is n minus 1 times. So here lower suffix n minus 1. Then next term will be n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial. Again take the derivative of u. See here u as it is, then we write u1, that is first derivative. If we take derivative of u1, then we get u2, that is second derivative of u. So here derivative of 1 is 0. That means if we are taking the next term, then we get again derivative is 0. So here y2 lower suffix n minus 2, and no need to write the next term because whole term after this term all the terms are 0. So therefore here it is x, and in the last lecture I have told you that this lower suffix represent the total derivative. Here y2, that is the second derivative of y, and we are taking again nth derivative of this term. So the total derivative is y lower suffix n plus 2. Now here n as it is, and in this term total derivative is just we have to add this lower suffix, then it is y lower suffix n plus 1. Then next terms are 0. So therefore we can say the nth derivative of x y2 is x y n plus 2 plus n y n plus 1. X square e raised to the power x, and we want to find its nth derivative. For that I write lower suffix n. Here lower suffix n represent nth derivative of this term. Now to find the nth derivative of this term we use Leibniz theorem, and we know that the statement of Leibniz theorem is u into v lower suffix n, that is if is derivative of v nth times plus n u1 derivative of v n minus 1 times. So here stepwise derivative of u is increases and derivative of v is decreases. The next term will be n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial u1 v lower u2 v lower suffix n minus 2, and so on up to the last term will be u lower suffix n v as it is. Now if we apply this Leibniz rule for this term, so here we consider u is equals to x square and v is equals to e raised to the power x. To easily simplify this term, we have to consider u such that the derivative of u will be vanishes after finite differentiation. So here by Leibniz theorem, if we apply x square e raised to the power x lower suffix n is equals to, here u as it is, u is nothing but x square as it is, and v lower suffix n, that means we have to take nth derivative of e raised to the power x, plus next term is n u lower suffix 1, that is derivative of u first time. U lower suffix 1 denote first derivative of u. Here our u is x square, so derivative is twice x. V lower suffix n minus 1, so here e raised to the power x lower suffix n minus 1, then plus n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial u lower suffix 2, that means we have to take second derivative of u. Here twice x represent first derivative of u, so again differentiate this term, we get second derivative of u. So here derivative of twice x is 2, and here derivative of e raised to the power x n minus 2 times. Now next term is again here n minus 1 n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial, again derivative of u, so here derivative of 2 is 0, so the next term will be 0. Now we know that the nth derivative of e raised to the power x is e raised to the power x, so here it is x square e raised to the power x, then plus twice n x, and here derivative of e raised to the power x n minus 1 at time, so again it is e raised to the power x, then plus n minus 1 divided by 2 factorial, and here 2 get cancelled, so into e raised to the power x is remain. This is the nth derivative of x square e raised to the power x is x square e raised to the power x plus twice n x e raised to the power x plus n minus 1 into e raised to the power x.
Thank you. Like, share and subscribe.